25-117, but Alex Sarr did not play in that game. And so the shot blocker out of France will be there. So Bub Carrington, Trey Johnson out of Texas, Palau Coulibaly, Leaky Black, 5-year player out of North Carolina, and Alex Sarr. Coulibaly and Sarr, both Frenchmen. So beginning the scoring, it is Bub Carrington.
Yeah, he plays a lot, and he's got that mid-range game. He's got that pull-up game. Warriors, they know they can go to Porzingis. Obviously, Guy Santos has been playing extremely well. You just want to execute.
So Porzingis opens with the three. Is Sarr going to come out to the three-point line to deal with it?
Well, that's the main thing. I mean, we just talked about his rim protection and his shot blocking. They're fourth when it comes to shot blocking, but 28th in opponent points in the paint. So you want to test him. Don't be afraid to take it inside. You just got to know where he is and do everything you can to get him away from the basket.
This time, Porzingis. They feed it to Draymond with the shot clock at 8. Porzingis rolling. It's not easy. They keep attacking inside.
It's just that split action, and instead of Porzingis flaring out to the three-point line, go ahead and cut off of there. Two defenders stay with Podziemski outside. You can cut to the basket.
Podziemski played good defense. Trey Johnson missing there. And Podziemski is fouled on that pass.
They will foul you, too. They are one of the worst hacking teams in the league. But look at the screen there from Draymond Green. Alex Sarr had to leave his body and go around, and this is your split action. Watch the screen there, boom. And you can just cut around him, and two defenders just got stuck.
So Porzingis, little heat check after hitting his first couple. Missing the three there. Carrington racing it back the other way. Getting to the mid-range. And you see Sarr's length there, just batting it back. And now wanting to post up. Second pick in 2024, fadeaway. Draymond played him well, but good offense beats good defense.
He's getting better and better when it comes to his offensive game. He's more polished than when he came in the league. Over 16 a game. And they did compare him to Jaren Jackson when he first came out, hoping that he would develop kind of into that. He's got the pick and pop game. Now he's been working on his back-to-back game as Porzingis misses.
But Will Richard in the right place at the right time. Porzingis! It's a shooting gallery for Porzingis. He's got all 7 of his points with a couple from deep.
No one was even close to him. That's why I said offensive rebound. They struggle to make multiple efforts, especially after they give up the offensive rebound.
Everybody wants to shoot 3. Sarr from deep there. You're going to kind of dare him to do that. Podziemski off iron. Leaky Black with the rebound. Coulibaly was very aggressive in Washington, but we see Porzingis rim protection. That's been a nice revelation. Will Richard missing there, and Sarr with the rebound. Draymond knocked it off his leg, and the Warriors get an extra possession. Porzingis again. Okay, Porzingis has all 11.
Yeah, that was...
We haven't even played 3 minutes.
That was Podziemski kind of wheeling around him and then setting the screen for him, and then 2 guys got stuck with him again.
Flipping it up and out.
I mean, Podziemski's a great screener, but my goodness.
Trey Johnson couldn't get that to go. Positive Draymond executing and interchanging, and Podziemski, how did he make that one?
So Podziemski's been doing this, right? Some people talk about foul baiting or just kind of manipulating, like you see a Shea Gilgeous-Alexander do. But anytime there's a chance for contact, you're seeing Podziemski react a little more. And it's kind of the gamesmanship. If you can do it, why not do it? That's what Coach Kerr keeps saying.
Off iron there. Podziemski, always a good rebounding guard, comes back for that. So nice beginning for the Warriors offensively. Bonds attacking the shot blocker, and that time Sarr played him well.
And you don't want to overdo it with it. LJ just kind of veered back to his left.
Fake him out. Denied by Draymond out to Coulibaly. And right now, I like where the Warriors are defensively. Like, you want to keep casting away from deep? No problem. Podziemski getting in the lane, little floater, and batted it out to Draymond off the miss. How about that? Porzingis, I'm that hot. And then Will Richard bats it out. Third opportunity. Hodge for 3. And Washington, if they're not going to rebound, the Warriors, it'll be a shooting gallery.
It's 6-2 second chance points. It should be 8 or 9-2.
Oh, man. Alex Sarr talking about the greenest of green lights there. Non-pass, just dribble up and shoot a 3. Nice pass. Draymond to Will Richard.
He saw that play developing way before it happened there. And that last defender, and that's what everybody expects him to do, and he understands the assignment, and he does it every single night. So why would you get outside of it?
Johnson is normally known as a shooter, missing there. Koulibaly getting it back.
And when you're getting dunks and shots around the basket, you're going to make a lot.
And Trey Johnson there. That's why he was the 6th pick in the draft.
Oh, he shoots 37% from three-point range, but he also has mid-range, and he's showing that too.
From the weave with Pat Spencer's first playing time. Shot clock at 10. Porzingis that time. Sar was there, so shot clock at 3. Back to Kristaps. Shot down from Piedmont. And GP2, is that a shot tip or not?
I think it might be. Oh, man.
Don't want that.
He doesn't care, though. He's just playing. They made a miss.
Right there. The broadcasting jinx, we put a graphic up, and first shot goes away.
2 seconds later. But honestly, I know he doesn't care. He's just going to keep playing his game. He knows he's going to miss at some point. And that's a great attempt. He's going for the offensive rebound. He understood the scouting report. His team is 30th in defensive rebounding percentage. Let me see if I can get my first bucket on the glass. It didn't work out, but good idea.
Porzingis on the post up. They double him. Sets up Pat Spencer. An open corner 3. Go to Porzingis, and good things can happen.
And Alex Sarr couldn't help himself. He wasn't on Porzingis. He was on Pat Spencer in the corner. He's like, well, I should be down there helping. He's going to expose my teammate because he's so small. And then he threw it to his man.
That's where you see Kristaps' skill. He can pass over anyone, and he knows where he should pass. Koulibaly, shot clock at 7. Draymond, nice contest. And the rebound to GP2.
That's pretty good scouting report awareness there initially because he's 32% from three-point range.
Warriors have been sharper. That was the word Kalena used at the top of the telecast. What was that? Deflected pass.
He almost jixed him again.
I know, I'm going to stop that. That's Spencer, and you saw Sarr. He can change shots and did right there. Cool. He dropped his shoulder, and he'll get the foul that on it.
Great news.
So I'm going from good to great.
Yeah, one of the only Florida games that I like.
Well, you played against him in college, so
I did.
We couldn't find anyone else that was still around that we played against in college, so we grabbed Al. But no, Al Horford had his bobblehead the other night, and I'm willing to put a headset on and hang with us in the second quarter. I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, same here. And the guy has so much wisdom, so much knowledge. I'm looking forward to asking him about how he's embraced that leadership role. I mean, obviously, he's been there for a while. He's been doing this so long, but with a Quentin Post, with the younger guys, even a Yurt 7 who he's sitting next to right now. He's perfect. He's sitting right in between the two guys. He's probably helping mentor right
now. He also had that steely-eyed thing, where's Azubuike? I took care of him when he was at Kentucky.
He wants a piece of cake.
Let me at him. LJ Cryer sidestep 3. I was in early and down on the floor watching LJ warm up. Oh, my goodness. Yeah. You want to talk about a shooter.
He shoots it really easy, too. And he knows how to get open.
He keeps missing out of the corner.
And LJ Cryer, Draymond, it's not easy. It's tough. I never could master it, honestly. And it's something that these guys nowadays, it seems to come easier to them. But it's still something you have to work countless hours in the gym on. And I think, these guys are a little older to see it now, the way the 3 ball has gone up.
Yurt 7 finding GP2 and drawing the foul.
Now, in the second chance points, doing an all-around good job. That bench has come in, and they have been balling so far.
Only 10 guys in uniform. And so LJ Cryer and Draymond, D. Santos, GP2, Pat Spencer. Shot clock at 4. Out of bounds. That's the first one. The first turnover of the game.
And they did a great job for a whole quarter.
Now,
they didn't turn it over.
June 3rd, 1986, a phenomenal human being was born. One Al Horford puts a headset on, and welcome. And we reignite the Florida-Kentucky collegiate rivalry.
Yes, sir.
We didn't know anyone was still around that played against Kalena in college.
Man, I know, right? It's been a long time.
Right, we had
great times.
We had some good battles.
We did.
Right, there's some rock fights. We were talking about that not too long ago.
Absolutely.
Let's start 19 years in the league. What has changed the most in the NBA that you would see? If someone said, hey, from year 1 to now, what's so different?
This 5-out type of basketball. All 5 guys on the floor, being able to shoot the ball, shoot the 3, drive, kind of positionless basketball. That's been the biggest difference that I've seen.
One of my favorite things about your game, you talked about the 5-out, the ability to shoot. You were one of the original stretch bigs. But when the time is right, you've never forgotten about your post game. Like, you like going in the post and especially if you get a smaller guy, but even a guy your size, you got great post game, great back to the basket game. Was that a natural thing for you? Was it hard for you not to kind of go with the trend as guys are shooting more and more threes? Even guys that shoot way worse than you, still shooting a ton of threes. Was it tough for you to kind of stay away from that and shoot your threes that you want, but still be able to go inside? How natural was that for you?
Yeah, I mean, I think for me, it was the understanding of growth, the way the league was going and things that were happening. And even though that you want to resort a lot of the times to that, you got to step out of your comfort zone. So for me, it was to understand where the game was going, that I needed to be better. And that's why I was so driven to continue to work on my game and become a different type of player.
8 second chance points after Guy Santos taps that in and Draymond knocks it away. Be a scout and a teammate at the same time and tell Dub Nation about Kristaps Porzingis. You know, we'll do it after the timeout, but think about him as
with Quentin Post down there, even you're 7. What's that like for you, the leadership aspect?
I really enjoy it. I really like giving input to the young guys and seeing how I can help them in any way. A lot of the times, you know, they have to kind of figure things out on their own, but I always want to be there, you know, supporting them and giving them a different view of the way that I see the game.
You played against Steph Curry in a finals. You played against him for years, and then you have him as a teammate. What maybe has surprised you, Steph, as a teammate that you didn't know as an opponent?
For me, it's the way that he prepares. That's what impresses me the most about Steph. He really takes it to a whole nother level and how hard he works, you know, how committed he is to taking care of his body and his preparation. You know, it's understated.
They can play on any team. They can fit in anywhere. You're one of those guys, the high IQ, obviously wonderful with the Celtics. But the Warriors, the system isn't like super easy to pick up for most people as you get a good move from Riley, who we really like. But can you explain that, or how you've kind of moved around in your career? You fit in so well with everybody. What's it been like picking up different systems, and what was it like coming here with this Warrior system, talking with Coach Kerr and picking up the system as well as you haven't fit in so smoothly?
Yeah, no question. I mean, there's always a challenge, but you have to have an open mind when you come into these situations. And coming in here, a championship team like the Warriors and everything they've done for so many years, it's like you have to come in here and embrace all of that and also understand how you can fit in and how you can impact winning. And for me, I feel like it took me a little bit to kind of get it going, but once I figured it out, it's been really good. And that's one of the things that I look forward to, you know, hopefully us being back on the floor together, Steph and I, and seeing what we can do as a group.
Okay, the Wizards are kind of on a run here. They're feeling good right now. They have some momentum.
16-point lead is at 6. I'm going to ask you the question. You can deflect, but I got to ask it just out of pure selfishness. When do you make the decision to come back next year?
That's a really good question. Well, definitely after the season. I always tell people, like, I never try to make decisions in season. So I think once the season ends, you know, I'll sit there with my wife and talk about it. But I really enjoy, you know, what we have going here. And it's been unfortunate, obviously, all the injuries and everything that we've had to endure as a team. But it's something that, you know, that I have to, you know, really think about. But I enjoy playing with this group.
Speak to the fans here. 601 straight sellouts. Just had the big 600 last. And, you know, we did a season ticket over event where you could just tell these fans love you already. What about Dub Nation? You've been in this league 19 years. How special is this Warrior fan base?
It's just his body, how to get to his spots, and he's shooting the ball with a lot of confidence. He's making the right decisions out there time after time, so it's just really good to see him grow and come into his own.
Now, your dad played in the league. Obviously, Steph's dad played in the league. Gary's dad played in the league. Any Horford children that would be likely NBA players?
I mean,
I'm sure everybody's excited about just the opportunity to compete, just have a chance. So what's the team mentality like? What's the vibe in the locker room bit?
Yeah, I think right now for us is continuing to ride this out the right way, try to get playing as best basketball as we can. That's all you can ask for this time of the year, and get healthy. You know, that's the goal, to be able to get all of us back on the floor. And then once we get to that opportunity, I feel like we will really embrace it. I think guys are ready for it, and we're excited about the possibility of going out there and competing and really putting it all out there.
I think June 3rd you turn 40. Playing next year as a 40-year-old. You just tell me how much of Kalena's salary I have to move over to get you back. I'm going to haunt you this summer.
That level to play against all these top guys And it's one of those things that you're a competitor. You want to go out there and see what you have and help the team and being able to do something together. And that day was pretty special for us, being able to be undermanned and beat that Nuggets team.
Yeah, you've had some inspiring wins. You talk about that Nuggets game,
the Houston
Rockets game, that Suns game, I put in that category. Obviously, it's been a tough stretch with the injuries, Steph being out and others. But you've been a part of some of those games where it's been inspiring basketball, the competitive fires come out. What's it like playing in those games? Because, you know, you're in the NBA, you're having fun, it's still a game, but you want to go out there and get a chance to win, and you have that chance. And a lot of times you've come through. What's that been like for you?
It's been great because it forces all of us to step up a little more. We understand that we can't just be one person. We all have to kind of chip in and do more and compete. That's the biggest thing, and that's what I've enjoyed about our guys, that despite all the injuries and all the things, guys are not shutting it down. I believe so, and what Jimmy does and how he plays, you know, it's something that we'll look forward to, how he's able to control the game, how he's always making the right passes, the right plays at the right time. Anything the team needs, he's trying to do. And with a guy like KP out here, healthy, playing well, I think it's going to be a lot of fun.
Since we've been talking about Hall of Fame guys, legends, how's it been playing with Draymond? You guys have developed a nice rapport when you've been out there. Sometimes when you're behind him, he can feel a little more free, get out in the perimeter, guard certain guys, multiple positions. It's incredible to watch him, but you guys have developed a nice rapport when you've been out there with him.
No question. He's such a smart player. He understands the game. It's like having a coach out there when you're playing with him. You know, he's on top of everything. Offensively, he's sharp. On defense, he's helping us out. He understands everything. He makes the game easy. So it's been really fun.
Shot the ball. I love that. How good was that look right there?
OJ Pryor, he's already hit 3 threes.
Pryor with a little mid-range. DP2, air ball goes to the offense, but he couldn't quite get the angle to put that in. They have that double-digit lead at halftime. Gary knocks it away. It's a 2-on-1. Carrington the other one back. Lob it up. Dunk it down.